You know, it's crazy to think that lighting can use up like 20 to even 60% of a building's energy.
Yeah, especially commercial buildings. It's a big chunk of their energy bill for sure.
That's a ton.
Yeah.
So that's where something like this Lutron Energi Savr node comes in.
Makes a big difference. Yeah.
So for our viewers out there who might not know too much about this,
Sure.
what exactly is this Energi Savr node?
So the Energi Savr Node is a lighting control system, and it's designed to work with all kinds of different ballasts.
Okay.
So you got your phase-adaptive ballasts, 010V, ecosystem, DALI, and even just simple switching.
Oh, wow. So it covers pretty much all the bases.
Yeah, and it connects all those ballasts to like a network of sensors and controls so you can really fine-tune the lighting in the building.
Gotcha. So it's not just about turning the lights on and off. It's about controlling how they're used.
Exactly. You can adjust the brightness. You can have them respond to occupancy. You can even use daylight to save energy.
Wow, that's pretty sophisticated.
Yeah, it's really cool technology.
So like, what are the big benefits then of using a system like this? What makes it stand out from just like your average lighting setup?
Well, the best part is how easy it is to install and expand. You can start with a single room and then easily scale it up to like an entire floor or even a whole building.
So like you could start small and then grow as you need to.
Exactly. Perfect for both retrofits and new construction.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And you can even hook it up with Lutron's quantum system for like building-wide control.
Oh, wow. So it's not just limited to one area.
Nope, you can manage everything from a central location.
That's awesome. No more running around to different control panels.
Exactly. It's all streamlined.
Very cool. So I kind of picture myself as an electrician.
Okay.
And I've got this Energi Savr node in front of me. What am I looking at?
So you're going to see a bunch of LEDs on the front.
Right.
And those just tell you if everything is connected properly, like a quick visual check.
So kind of like a status indicator.
Yes, exactly. Then there's a test button so you can make sure the wiring and the ballasts are communicating, right?
Okay. Got to make sure everything's talking to each other.
Right. And then there are buttons for assigning wall stations to zones or loops, which is super easy.
That's handy. So it sounds like it's pretty user-friendly.
Oh, yeah. Very intuitive.
Now, on the back, we have all the connections. What are we hooking up to this thing?
So on the back, you'll find a connection for sensors, a QS link for expanding the system if you need to,
Okay.
the programming port for your phone or iPod Touch, and then the connection for the ballasts themselves.
So pretty much everything you need.
Yeah, it's all right there. And it's all designed for DIN rail mounting, so the installation is really clean and straightforward.
Awesome. That makes a big difference when you're working in tight spaces.
Absolutely. Makes things a lot easier.
Now, I know Lutron has a few different models of this.
Mhm.
Could you maybe break those down a little bit for us?
Yeah, so there's the QS switching 010V fixture controller,
Yeah.
the QS phase adaptive fixture controller, and then they have specific models for ecosystem and DALI systems.
So no matter what kind of setup you've got, they've got something that'll work.
Yep. Each one is made to handle different types of loads and communication protocols.
Now, I'm pretty excited to talk about this app,
Okay, yeah.
the iPhone Touch app. So can you kind of break down like what you can actually do with this app?
Well, you can pretty much do it all. You can adjust the ballast settings, fine-tune the light levels, configure the sensors, create groups, you name it.
So you're not just stuck with the default settings. You can really customize it to fit your needs.
Exactly. And it's super user-friendly. Lutron's done a great job making it easy to navigate and understand.
I've also heard about a system backup feature.
Oh, yeah, that's a lifesaver.
Is it as simple as it sounds?
Totally. You can save all your configuration settings, so if you ever need to replace a module, you don't have to reprogram everything from scratch.
That's awesome. So no more headaches if something goes wrong.
Exactly. It's a huge time saver.
Makes things so much easier for maintenance and troubleshooting.
Absolutely. You just plug in the new module and it restores automatically.
Wow, that's amazing. So it sounds like this app really is a game changer.
Yeah, it really is.
Makes the whole system a lot more user-friendly and accessible.
Exactly. It gives you a lot more control and flexibility over your lighting.
And speaking of easy setup, I know Lutron also offers some pre-configured modes
Yeah, that's it.
that make it even simpler to get started right.
Right. These modes are perfect for simple applications where you don't really need to go through a whole big commissioning process.
That makes a lot of sense for smaller installations.
Yeah, it saves a ton of time and effort.
So what are some examples of these pre-configured modes?
Well, they've got daylight sensing and two-zone occupancy sensing.
Okay, interesting. Let's take a closer look at those. So how does daylight sensing actually work? Like, what's going on behind the scenes?
Okay, so imagine you've got an office with a bunch of windows.
Okay.
And the sun is shining in, throughout the day.
Yeah, as the day goes on, the light changes.
Exactly. And the Energi Savr node can actually adjust the lights in the room to account for that.
Oh, wow. So it's like compensating for the natural light.
Yeah, exactly. They've got these daylight sensors that they place around the space.
Okay.
And those sensors talk to the Energi Savr node.
Gotcha.
And then the node dims the electric lights as needed.
So you always have a consistent level of light.
Exactly, whether it's natural or artificial light.
That's really smart.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool system.
It seems like a really effective way to save energy.
It is. You're using the free sunlight whenever you can.
It makes a lot of sense. And what if you change the layout of the room? Like you move some furniture around or something.
And that's easy. You just adjust the daylight zones in the app.
Oh, wow. So it's super adaptable.
Yep, very flexible.
All right. So what about this two-zone occupancy sensing?
So this one is perfect for spaces that are divided into like two separate areas.
Oh, okay. So like an office with a partition down the middle or something.
Exactly. Each area would have its own occupancy sensor.
Got it.
And the lights would only turn on when someone is actually in that specific area.
So if nobody's there, the lights stay off. That's awesome. So again, really focused on saving energy.
You got it.
Now, we talked earlier about how you can expand the system.
Right, with the QS links.
Yeah, so let's say I wanted to control the lighting on multiple floors of a building.
No problem. You just daisy chain the modules together.
Oh, wow. So it's really that simple.
Yep, easy peasy.
And if you had a really big installation, like a huge office complex or something.
Then you'd want to bring in the quantum system.
Okay, so that's for like really large scale stuff.
Yeah, quantum is a centralized lighting management system designed for those really complex installations.
So it can handle a lot more.
Oh yeah, it can manage the lighting for an entire building.
Wow, that's impressive. So how does the Energi Savr node fit in with that?
It integrates seamlessly. The Energi Savr node modules basically become part of the quantum ecosystem.
Gotcha. So you can manage everything together.
Exactly. You have the local control with the Energi Savr nodes, and then quantum provides the overall management and oversight.
So it's like a hierarchical system.
Yep, you get the best of both worlds.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, we've been talking a lot about offices, but can you use the Energi Savr node in other types of buildings, like a retail store or a hospital?
Absolutely. It's super versatile. It's modular and flexible, so you can use it in a ton of different applications.
That's awesome. Because I imagine the energy savings would be huge in any building that uses a lot of lighting.
Yeah, definitely. You're right about that.
And those core energy saving features that we talked about earlier, like the occupancy sensing and the daylight harvesting.
Those are applicable in pretty much any setting.
That's really cool. And plus you can integrate it with the HVAC system.
Right, you can use the occupancy data to control the heating and cooling.
So you're saving even more energy.
Exactly. It's all about being more efficient.
Now, for those who are already familiar with Lutron's other systems, how does this Energi Savr node compare? Like, where does it fit in?
So Lutron has a whole range of lighting control systems.
Right, they've got different options for different needs.
Exactly. So you've got things like the Graphic Eye QS for smaller spaces.
Okay.
And then you've got Quantum for those really massive installations.
And the Energi Savr node sits somewhere in between.
Yep, right in the middle.
Kind of a sweet spot.
It is. It's got a good balance of scalability, ease of use, and advanced features.
It's like the Goldilocks of lighting control systems.
You got it.
Not too big, not too small, just right.
Perfect for a lot of applications.
So beyond just the energy savings,
Yeah.
what are some of the other long-term benefits of using a system like this?
Well, one of the biggest is occupant comfort.
Okay.
Think about it. The lights are automatically adjusting to the amount of daylight.
Right.
So you always have this nice, consistent, comfortable level of illumination.
It takes the guesswork out of it.
Exactly. And, people can control their own lights too.
That's always a plus.
Yeah, it definitely makes people happier and more productive.
Makes sense. And what about maintenance? I feel like that can be a big headache with these systems.
Not with the Energi Savr node.
Oh, really?
They've got this automatic ballast replacement feature. So if a ballast fails, you don't have to reprogram anything. It just automatically restores.
Wow, that is awesome. Makes life a lot easier.
It does. No more headaches.
That's great. So that's it for this episode.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
And remember, we're just AI experts here.
So if you have any specific questions about your own projects,
Definitely reach out to a qualified professional. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, we've got tons more videos coming up on all sorts of cool tech topics.
And as always, we love hearing from you guys.
So leave a comment below and let us know what you think.
We'll see you in the next one.